SHOT Show 2025. We're here in the Modlite booth, and I'm here with John.
Yep.
John, you got something new and pretty exciting for people this year. What do you got?
Today we just unveiled a new brand that's going to be owned and operated by Modlite. It's called Noxon. So Noxon is basically designed to give the customer as much value as possible. So we outsourced materials from both foreign and domestic sources to be able to provide you guys a light that is extremely quality, but is at a more affordable price point. Noxon is going to come out in Q2 with two lines of lights. One is going to be called the Havoc, which is going to be our rifle lights, and the Evac, which is going to be our handheld lights. These lights are going to come out at about 180 bucks MSRP, again in Q2. They're going to have two emitter types, the T1 and the G1. G stands for general purpose, which is going to be your comparison to the PLH V2, right, from Modlite. T1 is going to be your throw emitter, which is going to be comparable to the OKW from Modlite. These are going to be kind of like a one-stop shop option, not as focused on modularity as Modlite. They are going to be compatible with heads and bodies and tail caps and stuff like that, but when you get a Noxon light, you're going to get a body, a head, and a tail cap all in one go. Make sense? So it's basically, we wanted to help provide a very quality product where the light head and the engine inside the light head itself is still made here, assembled, manufactured by us, by our team, to our standard here in the US. We just outsourced manufacturing with the aluminum components to help bring things down to a more accessible price point.
Yeah, that $180 price point is a huge leap down. And now, how much performance does somebody give up when they buy one of these Noxons versus the quality and performance that we're used to from Modlite?
So you're going to get extremely similar performance. The G1 and the T1 are pretty much the exact same output here, give or take, as the OKW and PLH V2. As time goes on, Modlite's going to be getting, V3s and upgrades to emitters and output. And it's still, Modlite and Noxon are going to, kind of work together in a way, but they're both going to be kind of marketed in a different way and offer different, value points. So Noxon, again, is going to be very, very good output, 100% USA made inside the head. You're still getting the quality control, customer service experience that you know and love from Modlite.
So if I'm used to running a switchback or if that sort of thing, can I get that working with this too?
Yes, absolutely. So the lights are dimensionally very, very similar to the Modlite ecosystem. So it's basically going to be for people who want to, say, add a new light and don't necessarily want to spend to get the bigger size or the new emitter or whatever. They can now get a Noxon and still use your accessories that you love on your Modlite stuff on a more affordable light.
And one other question, so the switching on these,
Yep.
So is this single mode?
So on the Evac, which is our handheld line,
Yep.
You're going to get multi-mode heads.
Okay.
So multi-mode meaning with a tap, you can go from 100% output to 15% output. Super useful for administrative tasks. You can see if I put it on my hand, it's so bright that I can't stare at it, but then if I tap it down to 15%, super useful for like LE, application where you're writing tickets or searching a car or something like that.
Well, even if you're just carrying that every day and you need to look inside of a piece of equipment or underneath the couch for something you dropped,
Yeah.
The admin mode really is so useful rather than going the other method of covering the light head with your finger or something. And so if I was running this in admin mode, put it in my pocket, turn it off, put it in my pocket, and I turn it back on later because I got somebody at the door, it comes on in 100%, right?
Yes, so the light, that multi-mode feature is baked into the light head technology so that on your first go, your first tap and or click, it's going to come on at 100%. And then with a quick deactivation and reactivation within, I think, 0.5 seconds, you can get it into 15% and then click it on and it'll stay at 15%.
That's perfect, because when I go for the light, I always want 100%.
Yeah. Again, everybody, Noxon is going to come out with a Havoc line as well, which is going to be the rifle mounted lights. So you're going to get a light package. It's basically ready to go. Head, body, tail cap. So yeah, it's going to be pretty sweet.
And these are going to be available when?
Q2.
Q2.
Q2 2025, yep.
SHOT Show 2025. Stay tuned for more.